keep your glasses on. It looked cool.
Please.
But then we wouldn't be able to see your beautiful.
I punctuate jokes. Are you guys trying to fuck me?
Yeah, that's what
is.
This
that what this show is?
Well, it's actually really kind of.
Did I cock block?
Well, it's just not great that you brought him, man. We didn't ask you to do that.
He's my driver.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, he's in the cuck chair too.
He's in the cuck chair. He's ready. Todd laughs so much that people get mad. People are like,
"Oh,
why
on
is
podcast?"
Todd? Yeah,
no, laugh away.
And then I'm
laugh
like,
away.
what nightmare people are like? Stop laughing.
That's Annie Lederman. We're
Letterman.
the Endless Honeymoon
It's
podcast.
Letterman.
It's already Letterman.
If you want to fuck me, you better be able to say my name right.
I'm sorry. Well, we're editing it out. That's Annie Lederman. How about that?
It's perfect.
Yeah, we're here at the Endless Honeymoon podcast. My name, Moshe Kasher.
And I'm Natasha Lederman.
And we actually have a dilemma. Thank you for coming. By the way,
thanks for having me.
I heard you flew in from Alaska and landed at 7 a.m. How do you do that?
Oh, you were in Alaska?
I went to Alaska. I was doing just one show, a Friday night show. So I was going to fly in the night on Thursday. Then I was going to stay all day Saturday, travel around Alaska, and then come back on a red eye. And then Louis C.K. asked me to open for him on Thursday.
All right, that's the end of the podcast.
I'll tell you all the deets. It was crazy. No.
In Alaska?
It was normal. No. Just at the Hollywood Improv. So then I stayed for that. Then I flew out in the morning.
It must be nice though opening for Louis because you're like, you know what? He's probably not going to try to fuck me.
Like, and but you are kind of offended. You're like kind of like, you're not going to try.
You're like looking coy in the corner of the room. Like, I'm kind of trapped over here.
I come in like wearing a poncho. I'm like, no.
I have like a Gallagher poncho?
Yeah.
Oh, like a cum poncho.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know the riff and now I get it and I really liked it. We have a dilemma for you actually. I thought you'd be good to answer because our podcast.
We do?
Well, you weren't here for it, but our podcast producer approached me with a dilemma and I was like, "Oh, Annie, be great for this because you're kind of like a tough broad."
Yeah.
That's how I think of you. I think of you like a tough broad.
I have brothers.
Have you fought a lot?
I was brought up Quaker, so I never fought back, but I have been punched in the head.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You were brought up Quaker?
I was brought up Quaker.
Is that what you meant when you said you were like a juvenile delinquent? You go to like an Episcopal church once in a while?
I would get in trouble. I got in trouble at the Quaker retreats a lot.
What'd you do? How do you get in trouble?
I smoked cigarettes. I would sneak out. We had this thing called,
You were pro Gulf War?
It was, I was like, I wore fatigues. They're like, you're out of here. We went to this thing called Youth Quake. So I would go to this thing called Young Friends, which was like once a month. It was like a weekend where a bunch of Quaker kids got together. It was fun, you know.
But Quaker is superior to Mormon. Because
they're not even the same.
But I mean, they're kind of like, they're churn butter and stuff, don't they?
Well, that's more
You're
Amish.
Thinking Amish, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, Quaker's just like hippie shit.
Yeah, they don't believe in war.
It's like near like Unitarianism. I think it would be like close to like Unitarian.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like, yeah.
Okay, can I ask her a question before you get to your thing?
Yeah.
I just want to skip past because I'm fascinated by the Quakers.
Who you thought were
so
Mormon
much.
5 seconds ago.
I know, you know so much about them.
No, but our friend told us she went to a Quaker summer camp and everything about it seemed like aligning with like the nature. I really love like the nature aspect. So I guess my question is, are there any big things that you've taken with you? Because you're clearly a lapsed Quaker.
I'm trying to learn to be Todd, my fiance, who's in the cuck chair. He's actually trying to help me kill the Quaker in me because.
What are you trying to engender in her? What do you want? What does he want to bring on?
Because Quakerism is a lot of like, there's the whole theory of it is that God's in the form of an inner light. So there's like goodness in everyone. So you find the good in everyone. And I just have been diddled left and right because of that. Like my parents would just send me they'd be like, oh, sure, the guy everyone hates in the neighborhood. Let's have him be your babysitter. Because they were seeing the good. Exactly. So then Todd sees me all the time kind of, I mean, it just basically turns into like people pleasing and adjusting yourself and being like, well, it must be, you know, they have good in them.
I see.
So
and that was the main tenant. So that's the thing.
So Todd's thing is like all people are shit and we should focus
like,
on
let's
that.
be realistic and not.
Right.
Let's win.
Do you feel like you have been gifted like a eternal optimism as a result of it? Like, I don't know if you feel like the world is going to shit, but I certainly do. Do you feel like the Quaker in you is like, no, things are going to be okay? Inner light? Just like that weird guy in the neighborhood? Yeah.
No, I think I'm just like, I try to be a little stoic about all the shit going on because what else are we going to do?
You could join the right.
Oh, what? And get rich? Why would I just get super rich and join the right?
I know.
I want so much credit for not doing that.
I know.
I'm always like, can I get some non-grifting credit
To
here?
be honest, I would say you're a prime candidate.
I would be perfect.
Yeah, they would welcome you. I would say they wouldn't be shocked. They'd be like, welcome, sister. Okay, here's my dilemma for you.
Yes.
You're a tough broad. Now we got to take the cuck out of it. Okay,
Yeah,
he doesn't exist in your life.
Cuck.
He's gone. I'm so sorry. He's gone.
Good. Right.
Our podcast producer is a single woman in the city, and her car keys were stolen today. And
was it at a key party?
That's what this is.
Yeah.
This podcast is the key party.
No, it's feeling very fucky.
We will not try to fuck you, we promise. But she found on the AirTag where the keys are. But she's a single woman in the city and doesn't know what to do. What would you do? What should she do to get her keys back? I would
find. Is there a Puerto Rican comedian? Because Luis J. Gomez. And when I'm in New York, Luis J. Gomez, I send to get things from, like I've had to send
friend.
him. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who's the comic in town. You could get TJ Miller if he's in town. He's scary.
This is our
he's
podcast
like a rich
producer.
white man.
But he's scary. He's tall.
I'm just find a tall man.
He has you have to find someone that has no boundaries. Let's
say you're alone and friendless, like a podcast producer. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you got no one in your life. What do? Do you call a TaskRabbit? This is what I was thinking. Maybe you call a tough TaskRabbit.
But then you're just sending a TaskRabbit into possibly. Wait, but so you have to confront the people.
Yeah, you got to go.
That's the thing. So it's not like you just go and grab it.
You can't call 911?
No, my keys are at an apartment.
They're busy. They're eating Plancho's tacos. They're busy.
Well, that's rough. I don't know what.
What do you got? Anything?
I mean, I would definitely not go alone.
Yeah.
Right, but let's say, do you have anybody, Laura? You have a big scary man you can call?
Don't cower to him.
Is his name Moshe?
It ain't me.
Moshe, you have to do it.
It ain't me. I don't know what I would do.
I don't know. Maybe uncross those legs and show a little fucking alpha up in this bitch for a second.
You think I'd make more money?
You'd make more money? No,
yeah, I'm too far gone.
You're too far.
Too Quaker. I got that Quaker bitch in me.
You do.
There must have been something good about the Quakers.
No, it was great.
Do you
love
it was
nature
awesome. Now? Do you make your own
Do they love
candles?
nature?
No, I really think you're mixing us up. No, we did make candles at camp, but I think every camp makes candles. No, it was great. Quakerism was awesome. And I will say,
it sounds very Christian too. Like, aren't Christians trying to see the light in everybody?
There's two types of Quakers. There's programmed and unprogrammed. I was unprogrammed. So unprogrammed was like just hippie shit. Like we had people coming in full like yarmulkes and like you could just be fully Jewish at Quaker meeting. They were like, whatever you want. It was, all my teachers were lesbians. All my teachers my principal was gay. Like I watched people die of AIDS at a young age because it was just like a very open, Philly, liberal.
What's programmed?
So programmed is like basically super Christian, and they have a pastor reading Bible verses and stuff. And it was very weird. So we did Youth Quake, which was like all of the Quaker youth groups around the United States got together. And my unprogrammed Quake, I remember we were really surprised because they were saying, that was the first time I heard it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. And we're like, everyone's gay in our group. So.
And is there like a come in the oatmeal thing where everybody ejaculates in the oatmeal and then you all eat it communally?
Yeah. It's the Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, you call the Benny F? The
Benny F. Yeah, no. It was like a little fucky at the Quaker retreat.
Unprogrammed.
Yeah.
Did you ever try to get like some programmed dick? Now that'd be fun.
We were kind of on our own side, but this is going to sound like they molested us, but they didn't. But so the adults that would go to that would oversee the weekends were called friendly presences. They were called FPs, which sounds like someone that's going to like finger you while you're sleeping.
Oh my God, I hate it.
I know it's horrible, but it was cool. It would be like with some of the parents or some older.
They were like counselors, or
they were like the counselors,
chaperones or whatever.
But my friend and I that were roommates at this place, it was at I think it was a dorm room or something. It was in North Carolina. We were talking about how we were going to sneak out and go hook up with these other Quaker guys, and the FPs sat outside our window or out our door, so we couldn't sneak out. So we tied the sheets together and we scaled the wall. It was in the middle of winter, and we scaled the wall and we climbed in. And
whoa,
yeah,
was it worth it?
Yeah, it was fun. My nipples had been recently pierced, though, so I remember there was kind of off limits.
You had to show those off to the boys.
Well, I had to show my crusty little bloody nipple rings to them.
Wait, so okay, you're about to get married. Do you guys have like a crazy wedding plan, or is it a secret?
We have
tell
zero.
Me about this.
I have some big ideas that I want, and they probably won't get executed along. But his mom's from Laos, and Laos is the most bomb per capita
Most
place
bomb?
per capita, most bombed, yeah.
I thought you said most
Most
bomb. That's the most bomb
What's
per
up?
capita. It's great there.
No, but so they have just mines everywhere. So they have these organizations that will
my
go and
God.
they'll ignite the bombs so the kids don't, because kids are, missing limbs left and right over there. And so I was thinking maybe we could time it so that when we say I do, they like set some bombs off behind us.
Oh, and you don't think that's going to come through? You don't think?
Well, it takes some planning. It'll take some time,
Hey, a girl can dream about the most romantic thing.
You get married in Laos?
Well, I'm just saying that would be it. There's no plans. The engagement was kind of the thing.
What was the engagement? How'd it go down?
Todd proposed to me. We're on a party bus in Vegas going to see Chris Angel.
Actually, that's the most bomb per capita right there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It was very white trash. He's also halfway trash. And his parents were there, my parents, my brothers, and
wait, and did you
stuff.
all right, he's here, so I guess we could ask him, but you can just answer for you both. So did he planned it with, did you not know the family would all be there?
I mean, I choreographed. I was
knew
behind
it was
the
gonna
scenes.
happen.
I knew it was gonna happen. I still was surprised because I thought it would be at Chris Angel. Like I thought Chris Angel would be involved somehow.
Did you
you were kind of bummed because you were like, I thought he was gonna like swing from the aerial silks and like throw my ring down.
I mean, it was good. It was just the ring. The guy we got to make the ring is an idiot, and he didn't size it right, so it was a pinky ring. So I was more just livid about the fact that it was a pinky ring.
It's gorgeous.
Is
though.
it
Wait,
an
It's so
emerald?
pretty. Yeah, it's
Oh
my great
my God.
aunt's emerald,
it is gorgeous.
and then it's his mom's tennis bracelet. So it's like both of them.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's a real romantic cuck
Wait,
over
I
there.
play tennis. Are you supposed to have like a diamond bracelet or something? What's a tennis bracelet?
I think that's just what they call a diamond bracelet. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe
I don't know
Moshe should
why.
buy me something for playing
I
tennis.
think
Yes.
I'm done buying diamonds for you, honey. No offense.
I need a tennis bracelet.
Okay, I'll buy you one.
Thank you.
I
Or
got
an anklet. That's when you know you're really rich if you're wearing a diamond.
a diamond anklet.
Yeah.
A diamond, yeah.
Like
You
no
have a
one really
diamond-
sees it. Well, maybe they see it. I've seen you squishing some cake with your feet before.
Natasha has a diamond clit
I've seen you
ring.
teasing. That's for the
A
only
diamond
fans.
clit ring.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
well,
true.
Listen, I think it's really inappropriate you brought up her diamond clit ring, but I mean,
You have
I would
one.
be supportive. No, mine is not diamond. It's from Spencer's.
Wait, so Annie,
Excuse
Oh, you
me.
got it done with a gun?
Yeah. I got a gun. It was a guy with a I was either gonna get. I actually have a gauge in my clit too. I
Oh,
have a
that's
gauge in my
cool.
clit.
well, you know what I just realized? I can tell you would try to make your wedding funny.
Yeah, it has
'Cause
to be funny.
Moshe got mad at me because he said I was trying to make it funny.
I didn't get mad at you.
Or you were like
I-
disappointed.
No, I didn't.
Oh
get
my God, to get disappointed on a wedding day.
Well, he was surprised.
No, Natasha has a difficult, and maybe you do too.
I
Natasha
haven't.
has a
She
difficult,
clearly has.
Yes, you have to be funny all the time.
difficult time with sincerity, and
Yeah,
I
it's a
was like,
nightmare.
and I would. It's not
Wait,
a
how
night-
gay is a wedding though? Honestly,
gay.
it's so
Okay.
embarrassing. All your friends around, you're just saying your intimate feelings. It's horrible.
But this
I
is the beautiful
know.
part about the Jewish wedding ceremony is that they take everything out of it because it's all in some arcane language from the
Right.
Bible time. Like nobody knows what's being said at any given time. So any of that true vulnerability where you're like, oh, Natasha, you are the half of the poem that I was writing my whole life before I met you. And now I finally understand the narrative. None of that's there.
Yeah.
It's just heidel. But there's one part where you circle, the bride circles the groom 7 times. It's
7 times. You're supposed to
Oh.
dance around
No,
your
you're
groom.
You're so
supposed to-
little. Probably took so long.
it was hard. She was winded. And she was like kind of like doing a ... Betty Boop
Oh,
thing.
stop.
And I was
And you had a problem with that?
I was just like, be here.
Oh my God! You should have married a boring Jew.
No.
You should have just had.
Listen, we did bits. We
You need
did
a woman
bits.
with a wig.
We
You know,
did
you
bits.
need Maya Bialik if she never became an astrophysicist or an actress. You need just Maya Bialik that just like works at a Barnes and Noble.
We did bits. We after we got married, we came out to the entire wedding party and unfurled a sheet with a huge blood stain on it, and written in blood it said "She's a virgin!"
Wait, so
exclamation
that
point.
part
That's
you
a
were-
bit.
That's actually amazing.
So you were okay with that being funny?
because
do you
was
mean?
that
You
his
think I thought
idea?
that was sincere?
Was that your idea?
Yes.
Wow.
There was a hole. There was a hole in it. There was a hole in the sheet
That's
joke.
funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah, and she was also 40 when we were 37 when we got married. So I felt like I
No,
was.
I wasn't. I was 43, I thought.
You were definitely not 43 when we got married, honey.
Oh, I don't know.
We've been married.
Wow.
This year will be 10 years, actually.
Really?
This October's 10 years.
Oh my
since we got married.
God! I remember
Yeah.
when you guys got married. I was shocked.
But you
Really?
didn't
Why?
get the invite?
What, do
were
you
you
think?
shocked about?
What do you think I was shocked about?
Fuck you is what I think.
I was like, what? How big is his dick?
Oh,
What is
God.
going on?
I'm
We know
a
it's not money. We know it's not money. We like his personality. Very hairy.
What the fuck? I'm good looking. I'm charming. I'm intelligent.
But you got kind of the queen.
Okay. You know what?
I mean, she does have low self. I do know who else she's dated.
You got the queen of mean, actually.
There's a low self-esteem.
Annie, what are you doing right now? I'm just kidding.
I'm happy. I'm very happy for you guys.
No, this is horrible.
I'm very happy for you guys. You tour together. It's great.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you tour together. I love
painful.
it.
I am older than him. That's something.
I know. I'm 11 years older than him.
Is that true? Mm-hmm. Whoa. How old are you? I can't say. You're 30?
He's 30.
Oh, that's little. That's young right there.
He was 25.
That's a little boy right there.
He was 25 when you started dating?
And Asian, so.
What does that mean?
Extra young looking.
Oh, even younger.
Looks even younger.
Yeah.
No, he came for me. I tried to get rid of him. I didn't want this.
How did it go down?
Well, speaking of queens, I mean...
I did like his crush that he had on me. It was cute.
Dare I say he's not as successful as I was when I married Natasha?
No, you were much more successful. You were a best-selling author?
I was an author. You know what?
Hey, you know what?
Speaking of Mayim Bialik, that book,
who I actually love so much.
That book didn't become a bestseller until 10 years later when Mayim Bialik did a book talk about it. And all of a sudden...
Do you think she has a crush?
Hey, listen, who doesn't? Who doesn't? Natasha doesn't. I could say that.
All right. I'm like distracted by the dog.
But also your jokes about his ADD are very funny because I'm the ADD one in my relationship.
I believe that ADD? So strongly.
Oh, it's so bad. Like the last time I saw your
cabinets?
No.
You don't.
It doesn't even occur to me.
Yeah, she sent me
until I hit my head. I'm like, oh wait.
She sent me a TikTok video of like ADD mockery, and I was like, yeah, ha ha. She goes, it's not funny. That's disturbing.
No, I go, this is my day to day. And he's like, but this is the comedy rendition of it. And I said, well, it's still very real to me.
I feel whenever I see those like jokey ones, I'm like, that's exactly what happens. I always have like 20 cups. I'm always like walking around with a lot of cups.
Like Moshe will have he'll really like a hat. And then there'll be two of them stacked up in the car. Like, I'm like, you bought another one of those hats?
Well, or that has nothing to do with ADD.
He has like the same shoes.
Well, maybe you might lose it, so you got two.
Exactly. Yeah. One's getting dirtier. I like white hats. They get dirty, so I bought another one.
I know. Trying to be clean when you're ADD too, it's so hard. It's really a struggle.
Do you do a thing where if you drop something, I will drop something and I'll, rather than pick it up, I'll run away from it. I'll just go I'll just run.
I go like this.
Yes.
I remember once having a banana peel in my hand and just spinning around, just like hoping someone would take it. I'm like, how do I get this out of my hand?
No, I've literally seen Moshe cooking and it's like a shell game, like with the spices, like everything that belonged on this side of the kitchen is now on this side of the kitchen. But he'll just kind of go crazy. And then I was talking to him the other day and he was unwrapping something and he opened up the cabinet and very neatly put the garbage where the coffee mugs go.
Oh,
and
what do you mean the garbage?
You unwrap the wrapper of some food item and then you set it there. And I even came up to you. I go, honey, I just want to show you this is part of because he was thought it was going in this
But
place.
also you'll come to us and you'll go why did you do this? And I don't have an answer.
No answer.
I go, I have no fucking clue.
Right. I didn't do it. It just happened.
I was an innkeeper at a bed and breakfast in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Classic. I knew that. We all knew that.
And
see it when
back
you came
in I'm trying to think of 2003-ish probably. And my boss calls me one day and he goes, why is there a cantaloupe in the freezer? And I was like, I don't know. And I didn't do it. I was like, I have no recollection of doing that. And, and I really fought him on this. I was like, I don't, and he's like, but why would it happen? Why would it? And I was like, and the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I definitely did that. I have no memory of why or.
Yeah. I think that people who are with ADD people think that we are doing it in the way that would make sense to them, which is that you take the cantaloupe and you go, fuck this inn owner. This cantaloupe's going in the freezer, bitch. They can't understand that it isn't malicious.
Yeah.
And even as many times, look at her face. As many times as I've explained it to her, it still seems malicious because it is inconsiderate, but it's deeply inconsiderate. It's inconsiderate in that I couldn't consider it if I tried.
And that's what sucks too about having ADD, because you're like, I'm letting everyone down around me and I want to control it, but it's very hard. And then to everyone else, it's so easy to control. So you're like, they're looking at us we'll just try harder. And it's like, I mean, I'm late to almost everything. And I feel I'll be late to the same thing over and over again. And people will be so mad at me. And I'm like, I swear to God, I thought I left on time.
You ever do this where you go to text someone, you need a favor from someone, and then you go, oh, I need to text this person a favor. Then you look in the message history and you're like, oh, I left this person on red 4 years ago.
They texted me while I was driving or something. I was like, I'll write them back, and then never wrote them back. Yes.
Yeah, and then you're like, this relationship's actually over. I'm never speaking to this person
Todd
again.
and I have a deal where he does 90% and I do 10.
There we go.
We just know that's how it is.
Nice.
And when the place gets a mess, I'm always like, why did you let me mess the place up? Like, you really let me trash this place.
Well, another problem with ADD, which now it's all starting to come like as I get older and I'm losing estrogen, which another word for that is tolerance. So like it's all gone now. So I'm
that's
just
when we
kind of
become
like
lesbians. That's why we're like done with dudes. We're like, it's over.
So the other thing that Moshe does, which I never realized, is like it's an ADD with like house stuff, but then also we'll just be hanging out and all of a sudden he's like, shit! Fuck! What day is it? What? Hold on. And then he's like in this like zone for like 5 minutes trying to figure out what's happening. I'm like, what? Is everything okay? Is this like a big thing? Is this a little thing? And he's just like totally forgot like a scheduling thing.
Yeah.
So the schedule
supposed
stuff.
to be in Kansas. Shit.
Yeah, I have definitely. The first time we slept together, actually, this is a true story.
Us?
Yes, you and I.
We're going to tell her? Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Can you imagine? It's like the Cantaloupe. You're like, I have no recollection of doing that. I
We
swear
both
that
don't
wasn't
remember
me.
doing it. It was an accident. I was looking for my keys.
I'm still
We're
in,
neurodivergent.
I'm still in a freezer in Santa
I
Fe.
love
Annie!
neurodivergent. I love neurodivergent. I'm like,
oh, you're
yes,
like owning it?
I'm neurodivergent. I love
Well,
it.
our
Opposite.
couples therapist
He
started
kept-
saying that
He
about
kept
Moshe.
calling me neurodivergent.
and Moshe was like,
I go,
going
dude, you gotta
sideways.
stop calling me that. I'm not from the generation where that's empowering.
I love it.
Like you're
love it. It's so funny.
basically.
It's so long. It's like such a long
I
thing that
know.
people say.
By the way, okay, quick story. 2 things. You know how I decided to accept the moniker that I have ADHD? Because my whole life, my whole childhood, I was told I have ADHD. I was tested for it. I've been through so many.
really quickly, when I got married to him, his mom sent me this thing. She's like, Moshe's ADD, he needs to have stainless steel sink. She's like, stainless steel is very
Because
good
he'll
for
leave
ADD.
stuff in.
I don't know, but like, it's very, they
stain.
identify. Like, it's a very big part of he and his mother's identification.
My family's AD. We have an ADD.
And did they
family.
call you that? Were you diagnosed ADD when you were a kid? And I got sober very young. And then my life got so much better that I decided I don't have ADD. I don't have clinical depression. I don't have oppositional defiant disorder. All the things that
I have all the things you have.
Really? You had that too?
And I had to quit drinking when I was really young.
Yeah.
Oppositional what?
Defiant disorder. Yeah, it was rough. It's rough. It's what killers have when they're kids.
But
Just
also
so
it makes
know.
you guys think that's what's wrong with you, and then you start to own it.
Well,
No, you don't want to be it.
No.
You don't want to be
Okay.
it.
So I rejected. So I got sober. My life got better. I go, none of that was true. My problem was that I was like a teenage drug addict. I don't have ADHD. I don't have any of that. Fast forward 20 years, 30 years, I start doing this podcast, and Natasha starts talking shit on this podcast. And every comment on Instagram, every comment was like, ADHD. Oh, you have ADHD, ADHD. So many so that I was like, enough people said it, I must just accept it.
This was before TikTok when we had to like figure out our own diagnosis.
No, isn't it crazy? And then TikTok sees you look at one ADD thing, and then your whole algorithm is just ADD things. But I will say, I think the issue with ADD and the issue with couples with only one person having it is like, I feel like at 41, I fought having ADD for so long. It's like I have had so much shame around it that I'm like, I do want to like surrender to it, admit that I have it, but it seems like to other people, like you're saying, just like, I'm not going to fucking try anymore or whatever. So I can see where it's annoying from the other end too.
Well, also, let's not forget we have a daughter who does it, so it's like now I'm picking up after him and
No,
her.
it's a
And like,
nightmare.
I'm sure some of it's age appropriate.
And
with
it's
her.
and it's tough because for you, like for me, living with you is like an absolute dream. Like everything
you.
about you is
Yes.
cool and chill. You never critique or complain or like talk shit. Like
Or
you're such a
decorate or
chill,
look cool
Yeah, you're
or
such a
find cool
chill,
things
cool
for us
lady.
to
Like when it
do.
comes to cooking, like you don't like that I put the spices on the other side of the kitchen, and like the way that you cook, the food tastes bad. So we have that. There's just a difference, like a diversity in our relationship.
Wait, I have an idea. Tell me if someone's thought of this, because we had a dinner party last night, but we ordered the food. And I'm like,
love
oh,
that.
everyone's coming over. It doesn't smell good. Like, do they have candles that just smell like baking bread?
yes.
They
They
do.
must. They
I mean,
must.
that needs to happen,
They have
right? Or
candles
like
that look like
turkey.
baking bread.
They have candles.
They
that
have like baked bread.
No, I wanted
with
to
like
when people walk in, isn't that part of a dinner party? Is
that it
people
smells
walk
like
in
they've been cooking.
and it smells like you've been cooking.
There's a pussy scented candle. That's real. I'm not making
That's
that.
Gwyneth Paltrow's, isn't it?
Is it? Was it a goop? It was a goop candle?
It's her vagina.
Oh, okay. The first time we slept together, you'll relate to this. I drove to, I was in LA and Natasha was in Vegas, and she said, drive to me somehow.
Oh, so I love this.
And I drove all the way to Vegas, and I was like, I was so excited. She was staying at the Cosmopolitan. Benji Aflalo was opening for you, I remember. And we slept together for the first time listening to John Coltrane's A Love Supreme. And the next morning...
Did Benji like it?
Benji was there. He was in your chair, actually. Yeah. And the next morning I woke up and I go, fuck! I'm supposed to be in Ontario opening for Aziz in 4 hours. And I got in my car and left the next day.
That's happened like 10,000 times.
Yeah.
But the truth is, that was the first time. And it's kind of on you. Yeah. I when Maya Angelou, my Aunt Maya, said when someone shows you who they are, believe them. I showed you who I was.
I know, but I was pumped full of estrogen. I was like a Stepford wife.
Yeah. You were pumped full of testosterone that next morning as well.
That's true.
Yeah, if you know what I mean. All right.
Well, we have people waiting to talk to you.
Okay. I'm excited.
Basically, we take calls and people are going to ask you for advice. And
should I put the dog in the car? That's looking like a real...
But he's being so cute.
Maybe the dog will help you find your keys.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe?
Have you noticed I've been smelling really effable lately?
Yeah, you do smell good. What is that?
Well, I used to shave my face with this awesome... I still do. With this awesome brand called Cremo. Are you familiar?
I am.
Well, Cremo makes the best shaving cream. And when I found out that they're now making deodorant and body wash and shampoo, I was like, Cremoing my jeans.
Well, you smell really good, and you don't smell like that weird cologne agent smell.
No, they got...
That's like a lot of deodorants, a lot of shaving creams, a lot of shampoos. They have this like very strong male stench.
This definitely doesn't smell like agent. It smells like Shaman. I've been wearing Palo Santo deodorant by Cremo. I'm smelling like an enlightened being, and it smells good.
No, it smells so good, and we got you the Italian bergamot deodorant.
Oh, that I'm smelling like a guy that owns a speedboat at Lake Cuomo.
I mean, it smells such a cut above every other male product.
I already knew that it was going to be good because I've been shaving with it for a long time. I use their mango shaving cream, but this stuff is on that next level. You can head to Target or Target.com to find Cremo's new line of antiperspirants and deodorants in the Italian bergamot and Palo Santo scent.
Once again, that's Target or Target.com.
You'll be Cremoing your jeans next.
Okay. Wait, before we go to advice, I have one more question, actually.
Yeah.
Because in our relationship, Natasha's 5 years older than me. And there's this ongoing bit, who's going to die first? Women live longer than men, but I'm by a factor of 5 years.
And how old was your dad when he died?
He was pretty young.
Like in his 50s?
He was 57.
Really?
Yeah, he was 57 when he died. But
that sucks.
with 11 years, you're guaranteed.
Do you feel like he's going to die young because of that?
I already know that.
You don't know that.
I am Sardinian. I'm from one of the blue zones, the people who live the longest.
Okay.
I'm from like people who live 100 years
Yeah,
old.
and they smoke the whole time.
They
There
smoke,
was, like,
they
chain
drink
smoking.
wine,
Yeah.
they exercise, they eat beans.
So it's an ongoing debate. But
Yeah.
11 years, there's no chance.
No, there's totally a chance. He's trash. He eats like he's on the road. Every day. He eats out of gas stations like on choice. Yeah.
No, he's
He eats,
30.
like,
you gotta train him out of some of that.
I'm trying to, but he's very untrainable. He's you know,
can't be microwaving stuff at the gas station. You do that?
It's bad. But you're bad.
So you think you might outlive him just based on straight up life choices?
I think I might. We have a lot of reptiles, and he really wants to get a venomous snake.
You have a lot of reptiles?
Sorry.
Yeah, wait, you
lost us.
Yeah.
Todd, right before we got engaged, when he knew he'd hooked me already, he came out as a reptile guy. I had no clue. He'd never brought up reptiles before. I'd never heard a fucking thing about them.
This is fucked up.
He just started watching reptile videos on YouTube, and I'd be like, this is not that fun to watch, you know? And I'm like, what are we doing here? And then he's like, I think I want to make terrariums. And I was like, I didn't even want to get plants. I'm like, I don't think we should have plants. I kill things. Like, I don't want to have things that I'm responsible for. So then I was like, all right, you can do like a terrarium, I guess. And then he's like, oh, look how cute these like geckos are. And he would he's very good at manipulating me. He'll just start playing videos of whatever reptile he wants. And I don't really watch it, but it's kind of soaking in a little bit. And then he'll be like, come to the reptile store with me. And then they have the baby turtles, like the one we were watching. So we just have it.
How many you got? What do you got? Name them.
We have, a blue-tongued skink. He was our first one.
A blue-tongued skank?
A blue-tongued skink.
That's one of the co-hosts of Legion of Skanks?
He's on Legion of, which, by the way, I just went to New York and did all that, and I'm like, I don't want those to be my people. They are. They are my people. I wish they weren't.
Well, anywhere you go are your people because you're hilarious. I remember
I do have fun going everywhere.
I first saw you roasting like it was a roast battle, and you freaking killed it.
Oh, maybe it was with Mike Lawrence.
I don't know. It was a long time ago, but you are so funny.
Blue tongue skank.
Blue tongue sink was the first one. Then we got a gecko. What is Tanner? Crested
I'm
gecko.
sorry, hold on. You have a gecko named Tanner?
Yeah, we named him after the guy who makes the terrariums that he likes on YouTube. His name is Tanner, Serpa Designs.
Okay.
I was
So we named
just
him
thinking
Tanner.
lately that was the most unfortunate name for someone.
Tanner.
Well,
Yeah.
I like he's kind of spray tanned. He's like very he's a tanner.
All right.
So
It's
you got
a great
gecko,
name for
you
a
got
gecko.
a skank.
A skink, a blue tongue skink, a gecko, crested gecko. Then we got a leopard gecko who we named Gull. So people have to say girl in baby voice. Gull.
Oh.
And then we got, what did we get next? We have seven snakes.
You have 7
What?
snakes?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Annie, this is
You like it a little bit.
I didn't think I was gonna like them. They're really cute.
Do
I
you
don't
play
care
with
that
the
much.
snakes?
A little bit, yeah.
What kind of snakes?
Well, our favorite one is named Walter. We got him. He's how old is he? Like 4 years old.
I'm sorry, 7 snakes. Do they
Why do
all
you-
live in the same
No, they all
glass?
have different ones.
You have
What?
you have 10 chambers?
We got a lot of different.
Where
yeah.
do they go? Do they all go in one room, or they just spread out throughout the house?
We ran out of one room, and now they've started to come. We have 2 snakes
Does your
in the
house
room.
smell like molt?
No, it doesn't smell bad.
Don't they molt? And isn't that a smelly thing?
No, it's very clean smelling. The air is very clean. There's all these plants.
I've been to a
inside.
snake house before, and they smell
No, Todd.
like.
Todd makes really good terrariums. Todd has become very good at this, and he got a 3D printer, so he makes different themes and different hides for them.
Uh-huh.
I had
That's
a
kinda
cameo
cool.
in Terrifier 3, so he made like an Art the Clown thing for one of the.
Are you guys like certified freaks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were certified
We
freaks.
put them all over the bed, and
Oh wow.
no, but our one, the snakes are cute, and it's I don't know, it's kind of fun.
All right,
I mean, I find snakes because we go on these hikes, and I saw a snake on one of the hikes, and like I'll never go the way that
won't walk
I
this-
saw
Well,
the snake.
a snake in the wild is different than a snake you've consented to.
Okay,
Natasha understands nature so little. She walked in an area and there was a snake. She's like, we can't walk that way anymore. I go, they're not only in this place.
We can't walk anywhere anymore.
Yeah, they live among
but it was
the.
so fat and big. It wasn't a rattlesnake, but it just like something about the way they just whoosh, like come
Yeah.
up in front of you. I'm like, I can't.
You're turning Annie on. We got to move on. We got to move on.
I could tell she likes it though. You
No,
can
yeah, you
see
can
she's
see
No,
it.
I
into
got
it.
into them. He tricked me, but now and we have we named our turtle Tim after Tim Dillon. It's this tiny little turtle.
Now Tim is going to live
forever.
forever. Right.
No, I mean we're trying to get my nieces into them, so that
you can
they're
give
gonna
them
get
in the
them.
will.
Yeah, I'm like guys.
And can these snakes bite?
He's been bitten by them. We have
Oh
one.
my God.
We have a rainbow boa that I named him Jacques after my gay shaman because he's a Brazilian and he lives in Brazil.
You have a gay shaman?
Only gay. I would never. There's no cults that I am a part of that the person's not gay.
Mm-hmm.
And do you do drugs with them like ayahuasca?
Yeah,
You
I'm
don't have to
done
tell
with
me.
straight. No, of course, but I'm done with straight because I'll join any cult, but it's always like the third time you're there, they lean in for a kiss. There's always a molesty part. That's
It's
the only
so
problem
real.
with cults.
It's so real. Every
It's the
single
fucky
cult
part.
story.
Just stop being fucky, and we'll all join your cult.
Every cult story ends the same way. It's
Yes.
like, oh, and
When-
then he triangulated the couple, started fucking the wife.
Everyone gets
every one of
raped.
them?
It's always like
Well,
How horny are men? They have to create a religious infrastructure to get pussy?
no,
Is this-
exactly.
when I did ayahuasca, they had all these angels, and it was like a whole band of women, who were all
Okay.
wearing white. But I did want to have at least there's no men who are helping you out here. It's all
You
women.
wanted a man?
No, I just made me it made me a little suspecting of the guru.
She's pick me.
The guru.
She's pick me.
Oh, she's a pick me girl?
She's like, I want all guys.
I know.
I think that I wouldn't want it all women because ayahuasca is feminine. So you want something. But my shaman is just this like very beautiful, handsome gay man, married, happy, loving, sweet,
In
wonderful,
Brazil.
funny. Yeah, he's Brazil.
Fuck, this is awesome.
Can I ask you how many times you've done ayahuasca? We can take this out
I
if you want.
don't
She
know
doesn't
how
have
many
limits.
times. No, I have no limits. I don't know how many reptiles we have, and I don't know how many times I've done ayahuasca, but maybe like 10 times.
And do you keep getting new?
New info.
What's your big takeaway? What's your mega?
Well, the first one was also it's very weird that there's a woman that can come to you and tell you all of the things that you need to hear.
You mean woman spirit? Like Mother Aya?
Mother
we're talking about?
Ayahuasca?
No,
Yes.
literally when I took
It's
it,
crazy.
I've only done it once, and she was like, "Come on inside." Like I
Yes.
literally saw her trying to
it's
get
crazy.
me
Do
in.
men report the same thing?
Was that?
Do men
Yeah.
see the mother as
Mhm.
well?
It's
Oh,
a feminine.
It's a feminine.
Always?
Yeah, but before I do it, it's optional to do mapacho, which is a tobacco that you drink and then you purge. You don't get high off of it, but it kind of like cleans out your system. It's basically like Zins, which is exactly what happens when I take a Zin. I throw up and I get very quiet. It's the only time I'm quiet.
I don't believe that everyone that takes ayahuasca sees a woman. Is that real?
Mother Ayahuasca.
Every single person?
I guess maybe you don't see her, but I had to bring her. She told me like the last couple times I did it, she's like, you have a People magazine in your head where you're very like gossipy. You're thinking about very like shallow gossipy thing all the time and you can't get to a low level. So she's like, if you can get through the People magazine, you can come hang out with me. And she kind of was like flirting with me. Like, come on. She had like,
that's how she was with me. She was like trying to get me to like.
You guys are roasting me for telling her to have a sincere moment at our wedding and to remember it and to be there and be present for it. But Mother Ayahuasca tells you to be vulnerable and serious, and you're like, she's so deep, I love her.
This happens to when I come home from ayahuasca. I always be like to Todd, it's like she told me to draw more. He's like, I tell you that every morning.
Right.
Every morning I tell you to draw.
Yeah. What about Father Los Angeles? Yeah. I'm right here.
Wait. Okay. One more question because I had a very strong, annoying message from her that was like a cleaning, like not cleaning, but it was like a very, a very cut and dry, do this. And I didn't do it. Like, do you think you have to listen?
That's a good question.
I don't think you have to listen, but I think it would probably help you to listen. And if you went back, she would probably remind you again. But I had a thing. So the next time I did it after I got rid of the People magazine, she like
I think it's crazy that Mother Aya knows what People magazine.
She was like, I know. Well, it's the whole thing is very weird.
She's like, Us. You got an Us Weekly subscription.
She was in this like beautiful mansion that was like neon bright colors, and she was like, "Come over here."
She's trying to attract you.
Yeah, she's like, "Come over."
Like,
she has the keys.
She's Jennifer
like,
Aniston.
Exactly. She's like, "J-Lo's here. Is she back with Ben or not?"
She's got a bunch of reptiles. Like, oh, that's my shit right there.
So it's bright. She's like dangling.
Yeah, she's
keys.
like dangling. She's like, "You can come." She's like, "There's different avenues," and it's so funny. She gave me. I'll just say it. Why not? But she gave me like the example. Maybe I won't say it. But she gave me an example of a comedian. She was just saying like you can. She's like you can have She's like you can have everything that you want. She's like, but you can stumble into it, and you're gonna always feel like you don't deserve it, and it could be taken from you at any point. But if you earn it and you clean up, because she was like, you can come here. The path is actually direct, but you have all this like shit and laundry in the way. Like you're so messy.
ADD.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, just come here and don't worry about this shit and get out of the way. But she was like, you can do it like how is, but is always insecure because he doesn't feel like he just sort of stumbles into what he does,
Like if you asked if he was successful and if you asked me if I was successful, we would both probably say something derogatory about ourselves. Yeah. Like I recognize myself like that.
And Mother Aya was saying to you, own it.
Like if you hone your craft and work really hard, and
she's like, join the right.
Yeah, exactly.
you grift.
What if she was wearing just like a Make America? I would have to do it. Like she told me.
Right.
No, you have to. I know the perfect grift, and I guess this is just for men, but maybe I could be the first one. I have to get accused of sexual assault, and then I have to convince people that I was just getting canceled. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, it's not rape allegations. I was being canceled.
And then have Tucker Carlson on your podcast.
And then I'll do Tucker Carlson, and I'll still be kind of dipping my toe. Tucker Carlson. I would say Candace Owens, but Candace Owens is shifting these days.
To what?
She's just talking shit on Blake Lively, and it's pretty awesome.
And the Jews.
But we don't listen to that part, Moshe.
Okay.
You turn it off when she starts talking about that. You just listen to her talk shit on Blake Lively. You got to take, everyone's crazy right now, so you have to take the little pieces of them.
I'm with that. Everybody's been radicalized so much that you're like, well,
there's no one left.
Any good idea? No one left. I'm with that fully.
So I know, I posted something where I was like, how did Candace Owens become my queen? And Ben Glebe was like, Annie, she's a anti-Semite. And I'm like, Ben, I don't listen to those episodes. And can I still come to your pool party? What the fuck?
Did he
didn't respond.
Whoa, you got
But I got a lot of life from right-wing people.
There you go.
They were like, she got him.
Get that money.
But,
all right.
But wait, what was I saying about the...
So she dangled the keys.
Oh, dangled the keys.
No.
Oh, and I said, do we have to listen?
To the lessons that Mother Aya
No.
said.
It was even closer. It was when I was talking about, Tucker Carlson. Okay, so this is the grift. So you get accused of rape. You say, I'm being canceled. You go on like Megyn Kelly. You go, they're canceling me. And you just sort of don't talk about what the allegations are.
A woman accused of rape?
It could be me.
Amazing.
Right. But then you start doing the right-wing podcast.
Well, you are sort of in a statutory situation with your fiancé.
I know. Well, I tell people I met him when I was in college. I waited. He was so cute, his little Asian bowl cut. He was like, I love flogs.
Okay, so
you do that, and then when that kind of doesn't like sell all the tickets, you go, I'm gonna get baptized, and then you get baptized, and then you're super rich.
I love this.
Well,
rich.
just so you know, Mother Aya also said when I didn't have a mess coming in, but she was like, you can come in. It's going to be bad, but also good.
Yeah.
She was like, you should come. And the first time I took it, I was like too afraid. And she's like, it's bad, but it's also good.
No, it is. Did you throw up?
No.
Because the throwing up is where it's at. Because you purge out the stuff and then you feel so good afterwards, but you have to like go through this hell throw up first.
Do you believe that Mother Aya is a deity? Like a mystical?
I mean, how did we both have mine was in Torrance and hers was in frickin'
I was in Tampa.
Brazil.
I was in Orlando. I was in Orlando, bitch.
Wait, the Brazilian guy goes to Orlando?
Yes, he does. Yes. He's probably going to kill me. I give up too much information about him.
Okay, so I'm just saying, how did we both have like very similar women? I've never talked to Annie about this.
Well, that's the part that I'm having a hard time.
Beckoning us to come talk to her. I mean, like how...
Do you think it's a deity? Like a mystical entity that is telling you information? I mean,
what do you think it is? A figment of our imagination?
I think it's probably...
Yeah, what do you think? We're just crazy, hysterical women?
Well, yeah, I guess you guys
it's probably menopause, huh? Is that what it is?
I would say that probably, yeah. No, it has nothing to do with you being women. But it has something to do with your inside of your brain was information that you needed to tell yourself,
right.
And it was sort of refracted back through this hallucinogenic experience.
Moshe needs to take it.
I
I think you would love it.
I probably would.
And because she's sober.
Yeah.
And she did ayahuasca.
I feel like it doesn't count. I'm with you on that.
It totally doesn't count.
What if you do it 12 times though?
What if you do it every weekend and then you go to a rave and you dance?
I do know sober people that do it so much where you're like they're like floating like a balloon. You're like, come back down. You're not supposed to be in the other world that much. But I do think it's like 30 years of therapy because the first time I went in, I was in this like really crazy cycle dating this guy who like obviously didn't like me and I didn't even really like him, but I just wanted him to like me. And I was just in this, I'm like, why am I always doing this? And so the first time I did it, she goes, I like asked that question and then she's like, oh, it's your dad. And I was like, oh, duh. And then it felt like all these like doors open, like there were like all these doors and there were all this light was coming in. And then I started thinking about, because my dad's older. When I was born, he was 41, which is hilarious. I was like, my dad's the oldest person alive. That's how I felt then. But I was always worried he had heart disease and stuff. So I was always worried about my dad dying. And then, so basically I had to eulogize him. I had to kill my dad, eulogize him. And then I was just kind of honoring him as the patriarch of our family.
Had he already died?
No, he's still alive, but I had to kill him in it. Because I was always worrying about it. So I realized I was never like in the present moment. I was always worrying about the future. And I always wanted like this guy that I had been dating. I like wanted him to tell me if he liked me or not, but I didn't even like him. It was just like a mess I was in. And so then I was crying. So I had to put my hand on my chest. And then my dad's hand like went into my hand. And then she was like showing me like, you are your dad. So like your dad can never really die because you are each other and stuff. And it was really very profound.
Does that feel less profound if that was you telling yourself that information that you
How
knew?
could she tell herself that? Oh.
Well, I'm just asking.
I mean, I guess in a way it is. It's just so weird that someone like was able to access that.
I'm saying like,
because it has to be us, even in therapy, like it has to be you coming up with it. Even if someone.
I'm saying, does it feel less magical if you took the drug or the medicine and it unlocked this deep truth that you had hidden inside of your own psyche? Or is it more profound if it's an entity that comes and gifts you with information from another dimension? Is one of those better than the other?
No, but I don't think that we're doing anything alone. And I think that's what I learned from doing ayahuasca. Because there's times I can sometimes journal if I can get like quiet enough. I can kind of like journal and be written back to in a way that's not the way I talk. That gives me answers and stuff.
That's
kind of cool. Yeah.
That's so cool.
I think, and it makes life easier if I'm like, oh, I'm like collaborating with people. Like our ancestors and stuff are helping us with shit.
I love how we started this podcast
blood
with you
memory.
Not being able, you saying you couldn't get beneath the surface. And look at, this is deep. This is profound.
I bet you ayahuasca's really helps
I
you.
can get deep. I
Yeah.
can get deep.
I believe that.
Okay, well,
But
listen.
I carry my I have like my grandmother's, like a necklace of hers I carry around with me. So I try to, she's not blood related, but I try to keep that with me. I try to keep a little bit of like my grandma with me.
You carry it around with you specifically?
Yeah, I just have it in my purse.
Wait,
yeah.
it's her what? Her
It's
ashes?
just this. No, it's this. She died when my mom was pregnant with me and my brother. I have a twin brother.
So you never met her. And you have a twin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, what if she's Mother Aya?
It could be.
It
Franny,
could be Grandma
just
Franny.
a Jewish lady.
What if she
Wait.
came to you, Natasha, Grandma Franny?
But my
Annie's-
mom found me. My mom found this in like in a safety deposit box, and my dad,
Oh
my
my God,
grandfather
it's
had written in the
gorgeous.
notes. My grandfather died when I was 15. That I should get this when I'm 20, and my mom forgot to give it to me. So it came to me like from the grave, it felt like.
Do you wear it or you just?
I don't wear it because I'm afraid it'll break and fall or something.
But you carry it with you?
Yeah, I just carry it in my purse.
You got gifted in a trust costume jewelry.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's from Italy. I think it's from Italy.
It's beautiful. It's like so gorgeous.
And then having my aunt's ring, it like feels really cool.
You're surrounded by ancestors.
Well, my mom's like such a lesbo. Like she's not actually a lesbo, but my mom's like full pick me, like always wanted. She's adopted, but she always wanted like to be a boy. So.
I don't know this phrase "pick me." I mean, I understand what it means, but is that me?
No, I don't think you are.
No,
it's like you always want to be like.
You're like
you want guys to think you're cool.
Yeah, and that's.
I mean, I have that.
That's not you. No guy thinks you're cool.
Yes, they all do. They fight over you.
All right, Annie, you're wise. You're deep. You're funny. Wait, do you want to plug anything before
I thought you were gonna be like, wait, you're funny.
No, that wasn't a question mark.
Funny. I know, but then you went wait after. I thought that would be funny.
Well, no,
I've been in New York. You can be mean to me.
Listen, fine. Annie's on the road all the time, so
I'm on the road constantly.
And she has a very funny podcast.
Yeah, Annie would every Thursday.
Yep.
Fun.
So find Annie, see her live. But for now, we have some people waiting on the line that want to talk.
I can't wait to chat.
Get your wisdom.
Hey, Tosh.
Yes, Moshe.
What would you say the hardest thing about raising children is?
Shielding them from all the terrible things that are happening in the world.
That's wrong. That's incorrect. The hardest thing is getting them to eat healthy or even eat at all.
Oh, that is so true. It is impossible.
It's impossible and less impossible because of Beam. Listen, it's this all-in-one super powder. Now, I know super powder, that might sound a little scary.
Well, for the kid.
It's for the kid. It's like a vitamin mix. I'm telling you, when we opened the box from Beam, all these kids were like, what is that? I want to try that.
That's why we are so excited to introduce you to Beam Kids All-in-One Super Powder. It has more than 40 essential ingredients to fuel healthy growth, including greens, pre- and probiotics, fruits, and vitamins, as we say in our family. And what's even better, it comes in chocolate milk flavor that the kids love. And I know they love it because my daughter loves it.
That's what I'm saying. When I busted that thing out and they saw even a vague allusion to chocolate, they all started like gathering round. There were kids over that day and they're like, I want one. I want one. I mixed them all up, a little Beam super powder, all in one vitamin. And they drank that thing down, and I was like, I have found the hack that I have been looking for.
All you have to do is mix 1 scoop of Beam Kids with 8 ounces of water or milk. You shake, stir, or what I like to do, froth, and enjoy. Makes it a convenient addition to any meal or drink.
You'll have your kids saying, can I have the chocolate milk now? And you will know that you're actually slipping them vitamins and healthy stuff. Beam Kids is now available online at shopbeam.com/honeymoon.
Because you're a listener of our show, you can take advantage of their limited time pricing with up to 35% off, plus 2 free gifts using the code honeymoon.
Get your Beam Kids and your free gifts by heading over to shopbeam.com/honeymoon. Enter the code honeymoon.
That's shopbeam.com/honeymoon and use code honeymoon for up to 35% off.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe?
I know we already did a good smelling deodorant ad for this week's episode.
Right.
But this is a different kind of deodorant from Lume. This is deodorant for the NS.
What's the NS?
The nutsack. Lume deodorant is...
But it's also for the V.
For the VS.
Yeah.
The vaginal sack.
Mine's not a sack. I mean, this stuff is hard to talk about, but these little packets, because we were camping in the RV, and they sent us these little packets, and they really do clean you in all of your sack areas.
Yeah, you wipe it all over your NS. And it's not just packets. They also have like regular bars. You put it on your BS, on your NS. Well, the BS and the NS are the same thing. Put it on your V, you put it on your AH. You know what that stands for? AH?
I do, Moshe. You don't need to tell us that.
And it lasts for like 72 hours, making your AH smell DG. Do you know what DG is?
What?
Damn good. Lume deodorant. You can get up to 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, which equals up to over 40% off. You use code honeymoon for 15% off your first purchase at lumedeodorant.com.
That's code honeymoon at LUMEDEODORANT.com. And please support our show and tell them that we sent you if you want your to smell better.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Your pee.
Well, I'm just saying this is like a very special kind of deodorant.
Yeah, it's deodorant or pee deodorant.
And it's also, don't forget, 100% natural, organic, fragrance oil free, dermatologist recommended.
So if you want your asshole, lips, or
Daughter's sleeping.
maybe even your under titty, go to lumedeodorant.com, and I'm very curious how many of those words are going to make the final cut. It's unlikely almost any of this will.
But you can control body odor anywhere with Lume deodorant, and you can get 15% off with our promo code honeymoon at lumedeodorant.com/lumipod.
I'll tell you, we earned our money for doing this ad just by having to spell the word deodorant out loud. lumedeodorant.com.
But we actually love this product because, if you're in a pinch,
Yeah, or
we all can't shower every day.
72 hours of stench-free NS. That's what we're saying. This is the longest ad we've ever done.
Wait, did you make up NS? Because I've never heard that.
No, that's actually proprietary copywritten language from lumedeodorant.com.
Okay, we are going to talk to Haley in Portland.
Hi.
Haley, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Thanks
Hi,
for-
Annie.
You look so cute.
Oh, thanks.
Haley, before we get into anything further, are you coming to my show in Portland on April 20th at the Polaris Hall?
Of course.
Yes, Haley. Good answer.
And I went to your book signing at Powell's.
That was good, huh?
That was great.
That was a solid one.
Natasha, I just gifted your book to my friend who's pregnant, and she
Aw.
loved it.
Amazing.
So
Heck yeah.
Thank you.
Annie, you should write a book.
I do want to write a book. You have to help me how to write a book when you have ADD.
Oh, you can do it. You know that classic adage about ADD when you care about something, and I know that there's nothing you care about more than yourself and
But
your
there's
career.
a lot of
You'll be
things
able
I
to
want to
focus.
do at once. So
One
that's where
thing
it's
Moshe does is every chapter after he writes it, he wants to read it.
Right.
So you could maybe write a chapter and read it to old.
You want
old
attention
cuckaroo
for it
over there.
immediately.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
true
That's
because
real.
it's like you need someone to feed it. So you
Yeah,
just keep
this
doing
is good. Keep going. All right, Haley, how can we help you?
okay, so next week I'm going on a first date with someone, and he seems great. But there's one problem, and that's that he has the same name as my brother. And I'm trying to decide if this is a complete deal breaker or if this is something that I could get past and like bring up in a lighthearted way. I need like a funny line.
Is your brother hot?
That's a great question.
You're the hot version of my brother.
Is it like a normal name or is it like a very unique name?
It's common.
Common. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh my God, Common's your brother? Holy
That
shit!
voice,
You don't even look black.
That voice. I think nothing. I think this is nothing. You just go. I mean, your name's Haley. I mean, it's not like you've got a one of a kind name either. Like there's Haleys out there.
Yeah, look at Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
There's 3 names that you got to deal with that.
I think well, what she wants though, she's going on the date. She wants a line to be able to break the ice about the fact that this guy's named after her brother. What do you guys think?
Well, I think if you can it can be hard to get. Like, I don't know about you because you're my brother's name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't want to get brother zone though.
Right. Well, what if he's really into that? I slept with a girl once. This is true. And it was a little awkward, the sex. And I wrote her afterward. I wrote her an email like, that was fun. Thank you, whatever. She's like, I'm sorry, it was a little bit
It's
weird.
so funny to write a post-sex email.
Well, it was a long time ago anyway. I'm out of the game.
A thank you note?
Well, a check-in, an email check-in. Come on. What? Is that bad?
No, it's nice.
In
It's nice.
calligraphy.
You're like, are we cool?
No. Because I don't want to have to go down the right-wing grift if this didn't go the way. No, but it was a little awkward. And I just was checking in like,
Right.
Thanks. That was fun, blah, blah, blah. And she wrote back, I'm sorry it was a little awkward. It was uncomfortable for me because I couldn't tell you my true desire, which is brother-sister incest.
Wow.
I swear to God.
What? She wrote that in email?
She wrote that in email.
She was kidding.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
People are very weird.
No, this was real, and it was at Burning Man.
How do you do brother sister? You just
It's like cosplay, I guess.
like step siblings or
like
actual brother sister?
You'd have to ask her. I do not know.
Listen.
Try that, Haley. Is I guess what
Maybe
I'm saying.
save your line for when he emails you in the morning.
Okay.
No, I don't think this is a problem at all.
Yeah.
I think you got to be open, and you're going to know right away whether you like this person or not. And it's not going to have anything to do with their name. It's going to be how they hold themselves, how they smell.
The truth is,
all those sort of things.
And eventually you can give him a nickname.
That's right. You could rename him.
Right.
Call him bro.
It's
What up, bro?
The truth is, it's so infinitesimally difficult to find a partner. I don't even understand how anybody does it. It's so fucking hard for people to find each other. That something like this is noise. And I agree.
Yeah.
Give him a nickname.
Don't
someday.
give yourself like hurdles before you go on the date. Because I
Right.
feel like I have a friend who's like, oh my God, this guy like DM'd me and it gave me the ick right away. It's like, girl, we got to give people a break. Some people are socially awkward on the internet.
You think still go on the date if you get the ick?
That is really funny.
Yeah, how do you get the ick from a word someone said?
That is-
Unless there's one specific word. There's one specific word.
What's the word?
You say it.
I don't know what I
There's
really.
just one word that if someone like just sent me that one word, I'd probably,
I'm not-
I
I
probably
ca-
shouldn't go on a date with them.
The N word?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what is this word?
It was the N word.
No, but no, that's a crazy bit of advice. You're saying don't even trust your instincts about your.
But how
what
can
if-
your
what if-
instincts tell you in one sentence? If especially like this friend of mine is a comedian, so the guy knows she's a comedian, so he's probably trying to be funny or
Right.
something.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's like
something
you
you
have
have
to
to
just
remember.
you have to like just see it, and it sucks. That's why I hate internet dating. I only went on like 2 internet dates my whole life because you're supposed to have a spark ahead of time that makes you hang out with the person.
Right.
Right.
It's
And then
all
you
backwards.
create a person in your head that's like this perfect person. Well, for me at least. And then you meet up with them and they're not that. So then you have to deal with like the death of this person that doesn't even exist. And you're just sitting there like, I don't vibe with this person. But I don't think that the name matters.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, we're all in agreement. Haley, go on the date.
Okay.
Yes. Good luck. And see you on
Thank
the
you.
20th.
Yeah, see you on the 20th.
Oh my God, he's like kidnapping
it.
you. I like that.
Moshe's never ended a call quickly.
Well, what else was there to say?
Oh, my meet and greets, they end with me. People go like, we gotta go. It happened to me yesterday. I was like, this happens every time.
Oh,
People
they
are
cut
like,
it off with you?
Yeah, they're like, we gotta go. They're like, this is crazy. I'm like,
That's very funny.
okay.
Laura, do we have another call? All right, we got another call. Yeah. I mean, what else was there
Speaking
to
of
say?
pick me, look at my socks.
What is it?
Ric Flair socks.
Oh, yeah, that's boys
Aren't
love.
I cool, boys?
All right, who we calling now, Laura?
We're going to call Alyssa in Bucks County, PA.
Oh, there we go.
This is like scary.
Bucks County.
Wait,
I know about Bucks.
You do?
Oh yeah, I'm from Montgomery County, but Bucks is a
Oh,
is
you're
a
from
cousin. I'm from Philadelphia suburbs. Yeah.
Ah, okay. I don't know this area at all.
Oh, I know the Bucks.
Hi, so nice to meet you guys.
Nice
Bucks
to meet
County.
you, too.
I'm Montgomery County.
Oh, nice. We're right on the edge of Montgomery County.
Sweet.
Now, before we get started, do you have tickets to my show in Portland, Oregon
Oh
on
my
April?
God.
What? It just feels like at the right.
Yeah, we're really close to there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you
I'll
go.
be-
Okay, so how can we help you? And nice painting job on the background. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you. I did it myself.
Did you learn it from a TikTok video?
Probably, honestly,
Yeah.
with Pinterest,
Yes.
one of them. Yeah. So basically, I have kind of a shallow question.
Well, we have the
Basically
People
what-
magazine of
Oh,
comedians
I
for
have a
you.
lot of shallow.
Yeah, her
answers.
deepest spiritual revelation had to do with People magazine. So you're in good company.
Perfect. Yeah, so my husband is starting to show signs of losing his hair.
So easy.
Oh,
We're
I have
very-
so many answers.
So easy.
Okay, well, we're in the very early stages of it. Like, there's time to act still.
Yeah.
But the problem is he doesn't care at all that he's losing his hair,
Mm.
which is like great. He's got confidence. He's
He's
like,
already got
whatever.
you.
But I care.
Mm.
And I've told him, we've talked about it, and he's like, listen, if you care and you want to buy me like any of those pills or Rogaine, whatever, I'll try them. But then I'm like, does that make me just like the worst wife and just like a shallow bitch for being like, I want you to keep your hair?
Yes. But that's okay, bitch. Represent the shallow bitches. No, my fiance, when I met my fiance, he had a little bit of a receding hairline, but I didn't think we were going to stay together. So I didn't care at first. So I was like, I won't be like around when he's bald. But then when I realized it was getting serious, I have him on hymns. He does hymns, which is the
Yeah.
Rogaine that podcasters do.
Not only is it the Rogan the podcasters do, it's one of our advertisers.
It works,
Hims
too.
and hers.
It
Dude, get that
works.
shit sprayed on. Now, I will say, the last time a hair loss thing came up, now you should know this, Alyssa. Someone from a hair loss clinic wrote me on Instagram and said, it's important that you mention that sometimes when people get on finasteride and the other one, they do lose sexual desire and sexual functionality.
But she loses it if he stays bald.
That's right.
So it's really a Sophie's
Well,
choice, my girl.
Listen, I just know that people from people I've dated before, it's like a very laborious process. So hoping that your boyfriend or your husband.
It's not laborious. It's one spray a day.
Every day, though. I mean, that's like
for the rest
taking
of your life.
I take my vitamins like twice a week.
I forget. My Oura ring has not been charged in three months. I don't. It's been dead. I've just been wearing this.
Oh, I swear to God, I thought you were talking about birth control.
No.
And I was like, you have to charge it? I didn't know that.
Cool.
I'm just saying it's a lot to ask someone to go through a regimen they're not. Because some of the guys I've dated before were very passionate about keeping their gorgeous hair. So yeah.
Here's a question. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Annie.
I want your question.
Well, how much money you guys got? You guys rich?
So we're doing fine.
I mean, she lives in some country place, right? So
Bucks County. All I'm saying is another possibility is surprise him with a trip to Istanbul. And just say, I've always wanted to see the Hagia Sophia.
And knock him out. And when he wakes up, he has a scar on his head and also on his stomach. Make a little extra cash. He won't live that long.
Yeah. You could just get the. I don't think this is a big deal. Listen, if he's down and you care, no, it doesn't make you. I don't think that makes you a bad person.
But also the truth is, like, the trajectory of life is that your husband is going to get old and ugly.
Yeah, that's real.
And that's what you married him to go, like, we're going to get old and ugly together, and we get, ugly faster than them, unfortunately, to them, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Does he look good in hats? Is he fit? You can make him work out. Then he could be the bald workout guy.
Oh yeah, that's a great look.
He is fit, and like I'm not worried I'm going to be unattracted to him when he's bald. I just
don't want it to happen. No, Todd, my fiance's uncle is like this bald Asian guy, and it's like I look at Todd and I go, "Oh my God!" Like
I'm marrying
Uncle Scott, and it's and he's got a great personality, Uncle Scott, but goddamn.
But I have to say that the bald guys I've dated, I didn't care because I liked that. I'm not like dating someone and they would really hate their bald spot, but like I would just be whatever.
Yeah, I know. I've been so generous to the bald guys.
I'm
in my
very
life.
tolerant.
But you made me get a different haircut when we started dating. You made me stop getting
because she was
tight
keeping
fades.
you. She was keeping you.
But she's now pretending like, oh, in the past, I don't even see the way their hair looks. She literally made me get a new haircut.
We have to make you guys look a little better.
All right.
I mean, I think I have very strong feelings about how your hair looks good, and I think that. That's different than like someone dealing with baldness. This is what I say whenever they're like, "Do I seem bald?" I'm like, "No, I don't even notice it."
You're wearing sunglasses though because they're the light shining in your eyes.
Would you take hers if you started to bald?
Maybe. I just have ADHD. I've been given because I have like kind of like baby hairs up here, and my hairstylist will always give me stuff, and I do it once and forget it exists. I just don't have the follow through.
Would you?
Yes.
Yeah, I would take stuff. I would get hair
my nana had like a full fake
or wigs. I'd wear wigs.
Yeah.
Wigs are cute.
Yeah, my nana had like a full fruit bowl size.
Yeah.
She would just clip it on top of her head.
Your nana wore a wig?
Old ladies wear wigs. Yes. Yeah, it's cute.
You think you're going to be a bald old lady?
I don't know, but your question was if I started losing my hair, yes, I would definitely take
Would
something.
you make her take something? Would you be like sprinkling it in her oatmeal? Her Quaker oats?
If there's a medication with limited side effects that will make you not bald, I think you take it. Why not? It's just like, why not do that?
So many men have hair transplants. I think women get hair transplants. Sometimes you see people like it's too low on women where you're like, why did you get you can tell when women got their hairline done.
I was thinking of a moment on our first tour where a guy was talking shit. He came up on stage and started talking shit about me. And I looked over and there was a light on him and I could see like fresh hair plugs. And I called him out and I still feel bad about it. I was so mean about it.
He came to you though. It was his fault.
Yep.
Listen, I think here's what's cool about your husband is that he's not self-conscious about it. I think that's awesome.
That's
and I think
sexy.
the fact that he's like, whatever, like, and I like what Annie's saying, like, we're going to get ugly together. Like, this
is kind of the deal.
This is just what we're doing. So I think that's really cool and really speaks to his confidence. So I think you can even tell him like, honey, I love that you don't care about this, but like, I just think you're so hot that it'd be cool and I'll help remind you. Maybe when I do my blank, you can do that, you know, and just kind of try to make it part of a fun regimen. Like, I want to start doing this. I want to whiten my teeth. I want to, whatever you want to do, and say we can do this together and let's see if it works. You know, like I looked into the side effects. I don't think that's a big deal.
Yeah, maybe he can like wax your pussy for you and then you can use that hair on his head.
Oh, I've never,
that's like a cute
that's
idea.
actually a beautiful idea. And I don't know if it's ever been done in medical history. The guy gets a hair transplant, but it's
of
not
his
of his wife.
Oh,
That's really beautiful.
Todd.
Like
Todd, that's why I grow it out for that.
That's beautiful. One spot's got really long hair, and it's all from his wife.
He's blonde. It would be a lot, but
whatever.
Okay,
it's beautiful.
so he's blonde. Okay, so blonde balding is different. I do know what you mean.
Is that bad? That's bad. It's worse.
Well, it's just, it looks balder than it is because it's already skin colored.
It's like Prince William or whatever that guy's name is.
All right, we say do it.
Isn't there a prince who's...
You saying whatever Prince William's name is
I
is
can't.
so good.
Once redhead,
You don't have my People magazine problem, bitch. I watched Meghan Markle's whole thing. I saw his sister-in-law's whole show.
Wait, did you watch that whole show? Because I
I
started
watched
watching.
up until Roy Coy.
I made my daughter.
Or Troy.
I made my daughter a rainbow fruit plate today. That
Oh, that's cute.
and my daughter's like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Well, you know, it's this rainbow fruit plate." But she did eat it.
That's
and
so
I was like,
cute.
I knew that if I did what Megan, what's her new name?
Markle.
I don't.
No, she changed her
Windsor.
name.
Sussex.
Her name's Megan Sussex now.
What an annoying.
But anyway,
fucking-
when Miss Sussex was like, make the fruit plate as a
rainbow.
rainbow, I was like, it clocked me. I was like, my kid will eat it. And
Have you
she
ever
did.
thought of putting pieces of fruit in rainbow colors around
Beautiful.
the line of his head?
Or a Union
Never
Jack to
considered it.
represent the monarchy. That could be kind of nice.
perfect.
All right.
Just compliment him before you say it. Tell him how hot he is. That's like the secret to everything. So you're welcome.
Yeah.
I mean, I say to Todd, I'll go, Todd, are you not wearing your hem? Like, I'll go, where's the hems? He'll get off hems for a little bit. Where's the hems?
Okay.
We think you
Exactly.
should go to hims.com/endless honeymoon to save
Yeah, go to
20% off your
Hims.
first order. I don't know if that's the actual ad.
It really does
but
work.
it's probably similar. Yeah. Good luck.
Okay.
The
And,
jizz will be thinner, but that's fine.
and hopefully he'll still be able to get a hard on. I mean, maybe not.
Hims
It's
is gonna
possible not. All
fire your
right.
ass.
Good.
Shot.
Oh, I should definitely not
Well,
say
Hims
that.
also has like impotent stuff, so they cover all.
Yeah,
areas.
listen, you gotta. But here's the good news: if it does have sexual side effects, you can stop it, and they
It
they
thins
go
your
away.
jizz, so you will have to put you'll have to have like some sort of like baking powder that you put into the thickener.
It thins your jizz.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
taking it, and not for hair loss. I got crazy thick jizz.
Doesn't it suck when it's so heavy?
It's like pebbles.
Wait, I have a question for Annie, and you can stay on for this. What would you choose?
You like thick jizz?
What
I have a
would
bit
you
about it. Come see
choose?
me.
You get to marry a prince, but you either get blonde, bald, or full redhead.
Mm. But you mean a full head of hair, but
Well,
it's red?
Harry was cooler. Harry was always like fucked up and naked and like dressing like a Nazi. It
Is
was
that
like
the
kind of
one that
fun. He
Right.
was, he was
Sussex
like,
married?
It's more
well,
your
just
vibe.
as like as someone that likes fun, he was like getting in trouble and stuff like that. Prince William was like had to be like a good boy. That's so boring.
What if I took
Okay, take the prince out of it.
redhead is
Blonde,
hot?
bald, or full
I
redhead?
like
Redhead's hot.
redheads. Redheads are very sexually aggressive. They have a lot
Yeah.
of repression. They've been through a lot. They were bullied their whole lives. They're great.
Redheads are hot. I don't get what is
When
this
you're
thing
nice
about
to them, it
redheads?
goes far. It's like their comes tastes like peppermint. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
really,
yeah.
it's a write off on your taxes. It's like really, there's no problems with gingers.
No, yeah, I'm with that.
But
I
I
just
also
never dated one.
What
of
if
them.
my college boyfriend when I was a freshman was super bald. Like he had like pubes on the top of his head and stuff.
That's
but he was
rough.
so funny that it was fine. But I also
fell
find
for
that guys with that go bald, it's testosterone, so they're usually good at eating you out. So he's
Wait.
just gonna get better at eating you out.
Hold on
the
a
more
second.
bald he gets.
You're
Yeah.
proffering the idea that the more testosterone you have, the better you are at eating
It's just
pussy.
it's just from my own records.
Isn't the opposite actually true? Like, you know, if you're sensitive and you're like not like alpha, then you're going to be really
Ew,
good.
Are you like making out to her pussy?
Well, yeah, me?
like
Why are you
Sam
mean?
Amazon. I don't
Why is it
get you. I
me?
feel like you're
I
defending
clearly have a lot of
yourself.
testosterone.
Well, you're like defending yourself. I feel like
no,
right
I've
now.
got a lot of testosterone.
You're
I'm
like,
just
and I'm
saying-
terrible at eating pussy. No, but there was something about his bald head looking like pubes and then my pubes, and it was like, you know, you couldn't really. It was
melding.
cute.
That's very beautiful. A meld.
Beautiful.
All right, Alyssa, good luck.
Okay, good luck, honey.
Thank you guys so much.
You're
Big
awesome.
fan.
Thank you.
Are these your fans asking these shallow ass questions, Annie?
I don't know.
It could be, could
I
not
don't
be.
know.
Well, how long have we been going? Is it time to wrap it up? Should we play a secret or two, or you want to go?
Well, why don't we do something for
What's that?
yeah, like a question? Can we do one of those? Okay.
All right.
So we are going to ask you a question, Annie, and this is going to be strictly for our Patreon.
Okay. So I can tell the truth.
Yeah, finally, you can talk shit about that
What about
comedian. You were
Oh
saying
yeah,
earlier.
and then they just won't tell anyone if you tell it on your Patreon.
Yeah,
That's
they
so
keep
funny.
secrets on the
Everyone's
Patreon.
like, this is where I'll tell my signature. Like, guys, it's still a public. It's just
Find Annie on the road. Annie on the road.
Find me AnnieLederman.com/shows.
And Annie Wood,
Annie Wood
the
every
pod.
Thursday
your
on
podcast.
YouTube.
And we can see you at the Comedy Store all the time.
Comedy
you are
Store.
hilarious. We're so excited for your wedding. And
Yes. You're the best.
I
Thank you for
can't believe
joining
you
us.
have snakes.
So
Yeah.
many snakes. We gotta
Okay,
bring them to the
thank you.
shows.